Hello, I'm Jeff Jorgensen. I'm with Jeanneau America. I'm the commercial product specialist. I do the training and boat shows around the country. I also produce some of the technical dossiers for the new boats, and I'm trained from the factory to walk people through and show the features that we've developed on this new boat. This is the new Sun Odyssey 349. It's the smallest boat that we bring into the United States. All production will be from France. At some point we may produce it in the United States, but initially it's going to be from France. It starts at a very low price point, $125,000 US, and then we build from there. We could load it up with all kinds of accessories, but for many people some of those things don't mean anything, so this one is kind of an entry-level boat that we build exactly to the specifications of the people buying the boat. Once we get on the boat, we have an open to the sea locker back here, which is for putting a life raft in here. It's very easy to deploy. If somebody doesn't equip the boat with a life raft, you can put fenders, as you see we've done here, or anything that you might want to hose out, like snorkeling gear, dive tanks, something like that. Over on the other side, what we have is we have a waterproof storage locker for people to store safety gear and that type of thing. Another thing you can see readily is the fact that we've been able to take a 34-foot boat and put the twin wheels. And the nice thing about the twin wheels is it gives very nice, easy passage through the cockpit to come and go. The other nice thing is, as on a race boat, where you might want to have a very large wheel which allows you to sit on the high side or the low side for visibility, you can do that, and you have great sight lines past the sail. Here we have the cockpit table. The table is an option again. We have some people that just have no interest in it, particularly people that might be racing the boat. So the first option is whether or not you want a table. The table comes as you see it normally with low maintenance plastic leads and things. If somebody wants to upgrade it, maybe even finish it themselves, there's an option for the wood leaves. And as you can see, with the lead up and in position, it gives dining for at least 6 people in the cockpit. Very nice. There's a storage in the middle, a self-draining storage. You can put some ice in here and some cool drinks, or your suntan lotion, that type of thing, and a couple of drink holders. This particular boat that we're on is a 2-cabin, 1-head boat. It's also available in a 3-cabin, 1-head boat. We have under the seating, both the port and starboard, we have a seating that turns up, and you can see that there's a opening hatch. The hatch on this side allows access into the aft cabin, and it gives ventilation and light in the aft cabin. On this side, the equivalent hatch goes into a storage area. If it was a 3-cabin boat, it would be access to this other aft cabin. So it's kind of nice, again, for people who are living on a boat, a family or something like that. You can actually take folding bicycles and things and actually store them in here without having to drag them through the interior of the boat. We've done a lot of research on coming up with products that make the boat more fun to sail and lower maintenance. One of the things that always surprises people on our boats, for example, is this tow rail here is synthetic. It's actually made out of plastic. There's no maintenance at all. It will look like this forever. And for some reason, in the manufacturing process, it actually looks like it has grain of wood in it. Something that we've also pulled out of the playbook from the race boats that we produce and sell is the use of friction rings on this boat. Rather than having any kind of turning blocks or things on the deck, we actually have friction rings. And we have the jib sheet and the main sheet come through the friction ring. This boat is set up with the standard setup. If somebody were to opt for the performance version, there would be a turning block here, and this line would come back through the turning block to a jammer, and that would allow this block to be, this friction ring to be sheeted in or out, kind of like a barber hauler to control the sheeting angle for your head sail. What's kind of clever here is the fact that we have additionally run the double-ended main sheet through here, so unlike a race boat that uses the friction rings, by the pressure always being on here, it keeps the rings from bouncing on the deck and making all kinds of noise. We felt for the North American market that it was important, competitive-wise and just for convenience of our clients, that we fit the boat with a windlass. So in the anchor locker here, we have an electric windlass as standard as the North American pack. It's included. We really tried to make this boat easy to sail. In doing that, what we've done is, you see I have two lines here, and this is to either side, whether I'm on a port tack or a starboard tack. I have my main sheet and I have my jib sheet on both sides, so there's no reason to leave the helm position to be able to sail the boat. Okay, here we are down below in the Sun Odyssey 349. It's a very spacious boat. It's filled with storage. Again, this is a 3-cabin boat. So from the galley, we go aft. We have a double cabin here. It has a it's between a double and a queen size berth aft. In the galley, we have, for the North American market, we have a 2-burner stove with an oven with a broiler. We have lots of storage above. We have storage here. An optional microwave. If the person didn't take the microwave, you would just have this cabinet duplicated. A very large, deep refrigerator with a little small freezer in here to make ice and store meats and things. Nice sized sink. You have additional storage underneath. Cutlery drawer. Storage for kitchen utensils. Storage for other things in the galley. The trash can. Here on the front end of the galley, you see we've taken one of those spaces and we've made it into a bottle storage. Behind the seating in the salon, we have drop-down storage with a base on it about at this height, so you can put things from the top here on both sides of the boat. Even behind the nav station, where we would have normally just boxed this off, a place to be able to store charts and navigation instruments and things. This is a unique feature also. It's the nav station. We have a little slide-out chair here, which is an option. So normally this would be an aft-facing nav station, which is always nice because you can call out to the helmsman about wherever you need to go, pass on information. When the nav station is not needed, and you want to kind of open up the space here in the salon, the nav station tips up, locks out of place, and kind of opens things up. We design all of our boats with 6'3" standing headroom as standard. And we make then the berth 6'5" so that 6'3" person can lie down and kind of point their toes. Just as we had outside, the salon table has seating for at least 6, and with the optional chair here, you can sit and serve as well. Again, we're dealing with a 34-foot boat, and we want to give the feeling of true volume in this boat, so we've created a big, wide double door. As far as the privacy is concerned, there's a door that goes and it has little barrel locks that lock it in place, and then you have your coming and going door here for privacy. As I mentioned before, this boat is available in 2 versions, the 2-cabin 1-head version or the 3-cabin 1-head version. This is the 2-cabin 1-head. So when you enter the head, you have a sink, you have some storage underneath the sink, you have storage for toiletries and things behind the mirror. We have a holding tank behind this panel. You have the toilet. And what's really interesting for a 34-foot boat is as I come back here, I have a completely separate shower stall with a plexiglass partition that pops into place to allow me to take a shower in here without getting the rest of the head wet. If you have any additional need for information, if you just visit our Prime website, www.jeanneau.com, you can click on the link for sailboats and then pick the model. This is the Sun Odyssey 349. You can get all the additional information you might need about the boat. Thank you for letting me show you.